What's up guys, John L here. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. We have a Crash of the Titans lined up for us. Today we're going against the 3-star Ragnarok. He's at the usual level 270. And we'll be taking him on with She-Thor, Thor Goddess of Thunder. So my Thor Goddess is level 283. She is 18,176 HP. That's higher than usual, as most Thors are. In fact, almost probably all Thors are, I'm gonna say. Anyways, let's take a look at her first. Alright, so she is a red, yellow, blue. A little bit off from the usual color scheme for Thors, which is like a red, yellow, green. A nice cover by Asgard Ribic. Alright, so colors are red, yellow, blue, as mentioned. She's a pretty offensive character. Not like offensive as like she's a terrible person or something, but just most of her abilities lie in damage, creating offense. So this is actually a pretty good character to be doing a one-on-one fight with. Her first power is Smite. I have it at 5. As you can see, I have a 5-5-3 build. So Smite is a red, it's a 10. The Gathering Lightning strikes Mjolnir as Thor brings the hammer down on her enemy at 3 covers, deals 2,146 damage to the enemy, an additional 459 damage for each charge tile on the board. Then converts one random basic red, blue, or yellow tile into a charge tile. At 5 covers, damage just about doubles to 4,253, and the additional damage increases as well. So, Smite is probably her big power. You can get this thing up to a lot of damage if you have a lot of charge tiles on the board. Generally, when you play a She-Thor, you want to pair her up with people who create charge tiles. And this actually kind of works out pretty well because Ragnarok creates his own charge tiles, which we can use for ourselves to create extra damage to knock him out. So what we're going to try to do is just get as many charge tiles as we can on the board and get as much red as we can. And when the time is right, just tear him a new one. So her second power is Striking Distance. It's 12. Thor flings Mjolnir at an impossible speed towards her enemies, impact dashing their plans of attack, deals 843 damage to the enemy team, and converts 3 random enemy strike, attack, or protect tiles into charge tiles. That's at 3 covers. At 5 covers, deals 2,279 damage, and the tiles that you can affect increase to Countdown, Repeater, and Charged. Or Countdown and Repeater. Is that right? Yep. Okay, so basically this is kind of a little pricey, and what it's pretty much there for is just to get rid of special tiles on the board. Has the nice benefit of turning those tiles into charge tiles. Basically her other powers all just create charge tiles so that she can rip off Striking Smite. There you go. She's kind of a little bit like the 3-star Thor in that his red creates yellow, his yellow creates green. Green's where you want to hit everybody. Her yellow and her blue are going to create charge tiles, which you're going to use for your red to rip someone. So that is kind of the thing. I'm not really going to be looking to use Striking Distance just because it is pretty expensive as a yellow. And Ragnarok doesn't put out any special tiles besides charge tiles. So there's not really a benefit to that. Last power is Power Surge. It's blue, it's 9. Thor raises Mjolnir at the sky, summoning the lightning storm, a lightning storm to shock and stagger her foes. Stuns the enemy for 1 turn, converts 4 random basic red, yellow, or blue tiles to charge tiles. Again, more charge tiles. That's at 3 covers. At 5 covers, she stuns the enemy for 3 turns, converts 5 random red or blue into charge tiles. So that goes up, same thing with the stun duration. For one-on-one fight, I would probably consider doing this. In fact, I might go ahead and just upgrade this because striking distance really isn't that great. I think when I was using Thor before, I had kind of a better impression of striking distance, but especially for this fight, I want to get those extra turns of stun, and I'm probably going to get more use out of getting the charge tiles from Power Surge than with striking distance. So I'm going to be aiming for blue to take Ragnarok out of the match with stuns, get a lot of charge tiles up, then hit him with smite. Okay, that's interesting. I'm not going to booster. If I was going to booster, definitely in red, because smite is probably where we're going to be doing most of our damage. And I would choose to do blue because I like to stun. If you don't have blue, you can use yellow. Again, all of her abilities are going to help her get the charge tiles that she needs for smite. So hopefully you just have smite. If not, you're probably going to have a longer fight trying to take Ragnarok out with striking distance. So let's get into this. Alright, so we see Ragnarok, 17,288, a lot of HP, kind of typical for Ragnarok. He is one of the more HP intensive characters. He is a green, red, blue, which is kind of like a little bit of an offshoot of Thor. His powers are Godlike Power, which is 14 green. Ragnarok slams his hammer down, releasing a wave of electricity that scars the battlefield, deals 2,825 damage to all enemies, 539 to allies, destroys a random column, does not generate AP. This, I guess, is kind of his big attack. He's going to be building to it. 14's a lot, so you should have a good amount of buffer to not really let this thing happen. Even if it does, it's only going to do 2,825 damage to you, which is not great. Just kind of watch out for the green. It's not a life or death situation, but still you don't want him to get it off on you. Thunderclap, 6 red. Ragnarok gathers dark clouds and calls down a bolt of lightning, adds 4 blue tiles to the board, then deals 1,682 damage. Again, not a lot of damage, but the fact that it's 6, he's probably going to be doing this a few times, so limit his red too. I would actually kind of be more concerned about this. Shouldn't really be a problem anyways, because you're going to be trying to build the smite. So you're going to be playing keep away with his red as well. His last power, Lightning Rod, it's 8, it's blue. Ragnarok hurls his hammer into the thunderclouds where it absorbs the power of the storm, creates 3 green charge tiles. Catching the hammer, charges the cyborg with electricity, giving him a burst of 2,177 health. So he can recover. It's going to be burst health, but it doesn't really matter. It's going to be health all the same. I wouldn't mind this so much, as long as you have a smite ready to go, because he's going to put more... Well, he's going to heal himself for 2,000, but you can use those charge tiles to get about 1,500 of that back off of him. So it's not really that big of a deal. Basically, I'm going to be looking a lot to just get red. So if we can get smite and a bunch of charge tiles once, that should be pretty good to take a lot off of him in this fight. And if not, we'll just try to get smite a couple times. It's actually a pretty good power, considering that it's only 10. And you can get a pretty big hit on anybody, not just Ragnarok. Alright, so we already have 1 smite ready to go. I'm gonna go ahead and just save it. I want to wait for some charge tiles to appear on the board, whether I make them myself or whether he makes them. And go ahead and get some blue. He'll go ahead and do his little healy-dealy. Alright, that wasn't fantastic, but... Alright, let's get some blue. I don't particularly think this is going to be a difficult fight. If you have a Thor goddess who has a decent amount of levels and can deal out a decent amount of damage, even if you have to hit Ragnarok with it, shouldn't be all that bad. The only problem is that he has a lot of health, but other than that, he's not really doing a whole lot in damage. He doesn't have like one big attack which is gonna take you out, so... Alright, I'm going to... Alright, he has enough to do... godlike power. Let him do it, it's fine. Probably heal himself a little bit. We've been lazy. I mean, I probably should have been getting more blue. Alright, there's a good amount of charge. Let's go ahead and stun him. Alright, that's reasonable. Let's go ahead and hit him with Smite, and he's done. This one is a very manageable fight, I think. Again, his godlike power takes a lot. As long as you just don't let him go crazy with the red, he should be pretty okay. Again, I kind of fell apart. Really should have been getting more blue just to kind of keep him in check. But Ragnarok, again, is probably one of my least favorite characters, just because I think he's really underwhelming, and even though he's at level 270, he just doesn't have a whole lot of punch. So... Alright, we got our latest legends. Let's go ahead and cash that in. Alright, we got a 4, we got an Electra. Meh. Alright, anyways, hope you guys are able to take out Ragnarok without having too much trouble. Hope you guys get that latest legend and are able to cash it in for a 5-star. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and check out Artum and Mr. MPQ. They do some pretty cool MPQ stuff as well. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.